Time to get some bugs. Got some edible crickets. They come in 3 flavors. We got the salt and vinegar, the sour cream and onion, the bacon and cheese.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, we're not gonna get that. Sorry. Maybe next time. We got larvets. Whoa, getting ahead of yourself here. We got larvets. These are edible mealworms. They come in cheddar and they come in BBQ. And I see where you're going.
Chocolates.
You know, like the chippers, but like bug edition.
We got the bugs.
Made it, y'all. We are at my humble abode with the pole.
And the wine.
I feel like it was appropriate for this occasion. And just in case we find this absolutely abhorrently disgusting, which we won't, we have palate cleansers. This is a very rare find. This is a strawberry cream saver. We even have, as evidence, the package. I'm listening for the pop. There it is.
The little pop.
Darling, mind pouring me a glass?
Absolutely, darling.
Thank you. Hold that steady for you. As much as you want. But we have 2 crickets and we have our 2 mealworms. So, Ellen, have you had these before?
No.
Have
well,
you
I've had the mealworms at your capstone.
You had... Oh, that's right. You went
Yeah.
to that. Yeah, so that was that the first time you had bugs?
No. I've had crickets also, but not at your capstone, somewhere else. And then I've had cricket chips. Maybe that was also at your capstone.
That might have been it.
You opened me up to eating more bugs. Let's start with salt and vin.
All right, we got our salt and vinegar over here. This is a little unboxing video.
Wait, you have to put it by the camera.
Yeah, I do.
Bug ASMR. The influencer hand. These are my
tell 'em
strawberry creams.
All right, so we'll have maybe 1 or 2 crickets each.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I think I might have eaten one of my lizard's crickets at one point.
Were you just really curious?
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Cheers.
Tink.
Oh.
Tink.
Cheers. He's tasty. Tastes like a sunseed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you've eaten sunflower seeds, it's dang near identical. Like, if you're allergic to shellfish, you can be allergic to crickets as well. But if you know someone's not allergic and you want to pull a little prank on them, say, have some sunflower seeds and just pour like a cricket in their hand.
That'd be a good prank. And now we have sour cream and onion.
Onion!
Delicious. Lexa, would you like to try one?
She's grimacing and shaking her head. She's like,
oh, that's a big guy. You can have him.
ooh. Hold on. This is a big gal. You know how I know? Because see that little hair on her end? It's actually 2. Crickets have 2 things on the end of their butt. They're called cerci. If she had a long thing in between the 2 things, that would be her ovipositor, her egg-laying tube. So I don't know. This could be a this could be a boy, could be a girl. I don't see the ovipositor, but I do see the cerci. Unless there's anyway. I'm rambling. Let's try.
Cheers. Sour cream and onion.
I like that a lot better.
You know what? I think I like the salt and vin better.
Do ya?
There's more flavor to it. Oh, that's a lady. Isn't that?
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah.
That's a lady.
Go ahead. Do the Instagram influencer hand. Well, not that
Can't
one.
really see.
This one right here. That one.
Oh, that is a lady.
She's a lady.
That one is really crickety.
What's crickety?
Taste the ground.
Like the texture?
Mm-hmm.
The exoskeleton.
Okay.
Swirl my Moscato.
Literally, look at the legs. Now we're moving on to the cheddar cheese mealworms. These are gonna taste like Cheetos if you really, really believe.
I forgot to point with my soy face, but. Now these, from what I remember, they're pretty similar to like puffy, crispy rice, like Rice Krispies or like in a Crunch bar, like that kind of the crunch in there. So, Tank. Yeah, it's like eating almost nothing.
There's no cheese on this. Like, there's no cheese flavor on it.
There's like nowhere to put the cheese. Like it just falls off.
Yeah, that one looks kind of cheesy. The cheese flavor kind of tastes like if you licked the paper sack that the cheese powder comes in Kraft mac and cheese.
Which I did out of desperation because it was the only thing I could eat in my house.
Yeah.
We got some coffee creamer and ketchup packets and some mac and cheese dust.
Snorting the dust. Okay. This is barbecue. I'm hoping for a little bit more of a flavor blast with this. I feel like there's a better opportunity for that. John, how much protein is in mealworms?
So according to the back of this, the crickets are 0.67 and the mealworms are both 1.
Honestly, 10 calories for 1 gram of protein? Not terrible.
We'll have a larger volume, see if we can actually taste it.
Yeah, we'll just dunk them. Okay.
Dunk them.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'll feed Lex off screen. Here you go, babe.
Those are a lot better.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I like those.
I actually got the flavor this time. I'm gonna baby bird myself. You've seen that video of like the crow that like eats a finger and
No.
it doesn't eat a finger. It's like a fledgling crow. Someone sticks their finger in its mouth.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
title of the video is literally crow finger, and it goes.
I'm just picturing that driving video where they like hit the brakes and the girl's like eating ice cream.
Laura!
Yeah, she's like, I love doing that to people.
That might be my favorite video ever.
Oh, John, shall we move on to dessert?
Why, yes, I think we shall.
Chocolate covered crickets. They're a little melted because this is
Hot, a little hot right now.
this is gonna be a little bit messy.
I think we have another pack inside. Nope, they're literally right there.
Okay.
This one looks a little better, but
I think you could open from the other.
see. There we go.
I mean, I got them open.
You did.
It just wasn't as efficient as it could be.
Hard mode.
And Lexa, would you like to try a chocolate covered mealworm?
Sure. I got the cream shaver in right now.
She has a preemptive palate cleanser. I love
Yes.
that. You gotta get your hand on screen
Oh.
at least.
Yeah, we
Doesn't have
gotta
to be
get you.
But you want this one?
Sure.
Gotta reach for it. There we go. It's documented. I'll have this one.
Okay.
Tink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, off-screen tink.
Tink.
I love that.
Yeah, that's
Not
yummy.
That's literally like a crunch bar or like a crackle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I see you open it
Okay.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I like those.
Yeah?
That's good. What are the environmental benefits of eating bugs?
So the reason anyone would eat bugs, I mean, nowadays it's just kind of like a novelty thing. It has to do with carbon production per pound of meat. So the last statistic I saw, I wish I could remember where it was. Hopefully someone can find it or we can post it down here. Cattle produces the most, at least from feedlots, and then pigs are after that, and then chickens, and then bugs, insects, mainly crickets, produce way less kind of carbon emissions per pound of production or per pound of meat. So they also consume less water. So they're pretty much more resource efficient. And one reason for that too is that crickets and other bugs, you know how we have to heat up our own bodies, like we produce heat? Bugs don't have to do that. They get their heat from the environment. So that kind of saves some energy there. Now, as far as scaling up insects for production, that is feasibly and pragmatically, it's difficult to do because on paper it's cheaper, but there are some costs that agricultural workers have to factor in that we often don't when we make our YouTube calculations. So case in point, it should be cheaper, but it might be a little bit more for startup, but then after that, it should be cheaper to produce crickets for meat per pound of meat. I should also say that I'm not anti-meat, and I actually have an uncle who is a cattle farmer, and depending on how you prepare cattle, if you have them free range or with rotational grazing, cattle is actually a lot more carbon efficient. So you can absolutely still eat cattle and bugs as well, just kind of supplement them together. Also, watch Kiss the Ground on Netflix or some streaming service. It's like the best documentary I've ever seen. That's an exaggeration, but it's up there. And it's got Woody Harrelson as the narrator. It's pretty cool. It's pretty much about using regenerative agriculture to reduce carbon emissions. Eating bugs is not in there, but I think they could add it in.
I'll listen to Woody Harrelson. I gave up on the chocolate mealworms as well.
Did you?
Well, it was making a ton of noise, so.
That's the ASMR that they're here for, though.
Yeah, attempting to open the package ASMR and then frustratingly tossing it.
Lexa, do you want another chocolate mealworm? Are you okay?
I'm good.
Yeah, all right.
I was
Alright.
brave.
You were. We're proud of you, Lexa.
I'm very proud of you, Lexa.
Anything's good if you cover it in chocolate.
Anything. Oh,
Might-
mine's falling apart.
I was about to say it might be cream saver time.
I know.
I don't need it. I just like cream savers.
Like, I'll eat bugs any day.
Like, honestly. This is Ellen. Ellen, what are your handles?
My Instagram is Tornado Ellen, and my TikTok is WeHo Demon, like West Hollywood Demon.
That's amazing. I love that.
I used to terrorize West Hollywood, so
It's honestly a worthy moniker.
it makes
for you.
sense.
Y'all can follow me on any social media platform at John BC. So it's JONBEECEE, John BC. And if you like what you saw today, give me a follow. And yeah, this was a good time. Take it easy, y'all.
All right, go eat bugs.